So, one thing I realised last night, but I didn't mention, is that in my room, I'm surrounded by evil posters. I mean, first of all, you've got that guy, like, just casually. I mean, you got that thing blowing up, whatever that is. And then finally, you got these guys who are claiming to go to be to victory, but it's kind of like, what the fuck? And then, of course, you've got a Charlton Athletic poster, which doesn't quite count, but still. 3 out of the 4 posters I have stuck up are of evil or death and destruction. So, yeah, I just realised that casually, as you do. Anyway, because apparently games were so popular last night, or at least it's more popular than a few of the previous ones, I thought I'd carry on with the top favourites, thingamajiggies stuff, and go with top apps on my phone, or favourite apps on my phone. Because why not? It seems to work and such, so yeah. So I'm going to go through the apps on my phone, remembering vaguely what they are, and list my favourites of them, even though it's in a slightly weird way. Starting off with my G-Strings app. It's a guitar tuner. It's really simple to use. You hit tune auto, you play a note, and you tune the string, and it works really well. And it's nice and simple, and it always means I have a tuner with me, which is so useful when playing guitar. Next up is something called LT3, which is essentially London Transport Free. It's a London Transport app, allows me to see when buses are coming, when trains are coming, allows me to see the local maps to find out where the nearest bus stop is for a certain bus. It allows me to plan my journey through London, which is useful. In my old job, back when I was in London, I generally had to get night buses home, and I had to find out what bus went from wherever venue I was at to Trafalgar Square, because from Trafalgar Square I know the bus home and I can get there quite simply. So yeah, that's my second one. Third one would probably be Kindle. Is something I quite like and use a fair amount. Cineworld Cinemas, useful for finding out film times, especially given that we've got Cineworld here in Wickham. Sorry, I'm just flicking through these. The BBC apps and BBC Sport apps, respectively, they're both great for just finding out sort of headlines on the go. Google Maps, always a good app. I've just realised I kind of use a lot of apps, but I think I've just listed my favourites, and the rest of them are just useful, apart from a couple of games, which I kind of play for about a day, and then it says, oh, you need to wait for this to finish building, this to finish happening, and I'm like, oh, okay, and then I forget about it, and 2 months later I go, oh yeah, that happened, oh, it stopped, oh dear, that's a shame. So yeah, that happens a lot, but no, most of the apps on my phone are fairly useful, and then of course you've got Facebook and Twitter, which are just time wasting always. So yeah, no, I really just haven't said much, but I should probably look into that more. Maybe I'll do a more common feature on apps. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, this has been Veda Day 12. See you tomorrow.